tapping into self, because you already know the decisions that you need to make. And if you're unsure about a decision, it's best to pause and then ask yourself about what decision you want to make and contemplate. And then you will be shown the way that you need to go. And so we control our own destiny. And we have to realize how important each decision is. So don't be thinking that, oh, if I make this decision, nothing will happen, because in reality, making the wrong decision can lead you in a different direction. Even making the right decision at the wrong time can lead us in a different direction. And even though the destination is still going to end up being the same as long as we stay right with God, at the same time, God has a plan for us to get there in the most efficient way possible. At the same time, God is not going to allow us to skip steps. We're not going to be able to cheat the grind. We're not going to be able to skip levels. We have to work our way up in order to get to where we want to be. So yeah, we are in control of our destiny, and I want you to realize that no matter how. For me, for instance, when I was living in my high-end apartment, I had a Beamer, I had a bike, I had a work car. When I switched from doing the fiber to working from home, it was a decision to go into IT, because I was studying IT. I got my certifications in IT. And then when I decided to quit my job, they was paying me like $1,000 a week. I made my check in 4 hours. I said, man, I can do what I do, but not realizing I was trying to skip a step. I had to do it consistently in order to make that decision. It still wasn't certain that, I wasn't where I needed to be financially, but I was thinking they would fire me at any moment. And that path led me to a path that led to a lot more struggles than I would have been if I would have just stayed put and waited on God. But at the same time, taking this direction has made me stronger. It has made me wiser. It has made me smart. It has given me more resources, and it has made me see a lot more people of who they are, and realizing that some of the people that I was around, that I had in my circle, didn't need to be in my circle. And then at the same time, I got to go and help somebody that meant a lot to me, and build connections with people that meant a lot to me, as well as sit still and get closer with God, sit still and heal, sit still and become who I was always meant to be. So at the end of the day, it was all part of God's plan for me to jump off the porch, even though I fell flat on my face. But at the same time, if I would have stayed put, I still could have did all those things and kept what I had and got more. So we are in control of our own destiny, and we have to take responsibility and accountability for the things that we do, because at the end of the day, nobody can force us to do anything. If they're not putting a gun to our head, they're not going to be able to force us to do eat the things we eat, say the things we say, listen to the things we listen to, or watch the things we watch, or do the things that we do. So we are in control of our own destiny, and it's time for us to look ourselves in the mirror and be like, hey, we are in control of our own destiny. And when we flip the card around, it says just do it. Consistent, small, daily actions is key to big success. Focus on one action